Well, that's a deep subject. By the way, I want to first thank everybody who joined on our $1 offer. It was good, and I hope it keeps us in business a little longer. That's what we always have to do, is find new members, and that's what the constant thing is. But we've been good now for 2 years or so, and we're actually been so good that we're able to provide grants from ourselves. In other words, we give our profits back every month. We give back about $50,000 to $70,000 just to members. That's a lot of money in my, and I'm shocked as hell I could do that. But if you remember, I want to talk today about, and I put actually four websites in the chat on Let's Go Help. So if you're a new member, take a look at these four videos, because what they are trying to show you about how information is in our society. We don't really know. Nobody tells us about it because we're a capitalist society. And a capitalist society, the holy grail is spending money, right? So you have to spend money to take advantage of it. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people in our society that doesn't have money to spend. So they can't participate in capitalism. And that's what Google is. Google is all capitalism. But don't fear, because if you don't have money, there's still an option. And that's what I call the free money. Well, it's a society or an economy. This is an economy too. We really have two economies that people don't talk about in this country. We have the capitalist society and the free money society. And the free money society are the organizations that give you money to solve problems. That's right. And 40% of our country is made up of people who give money to solve problems. So you hear that? I mean, that's a serious data point for me to people realize you don't live in a society where everything costs money. You think that because that's all you hear about, and that's where we go to Google to find to solve our problems. But if you don't have money, then you can't find help in Google to solve your problems. And there is help in Google, but you'll never find it. So you can't look in Google to find that. See, Google represents about 60% of everything in our economy is Google, where they cost money. They charge you money to help you. Okay, that's what Google is. That's what capitalism again is. Okay, 29 member on the team. Wow, awfully nice, Celtic girl. And so you have to realize about the other economy that we have in our country, and that's what I call the free money society or economy. This is this part, the green and the blue. This is government, and this is nonprofit. The capitalist society is this side, that's 60%. But still, this is 40%. See, and whether you know it or not, we have a society live together. We decide to help people that have problems. And so we pass laws, put aside money for people that have problems. And this is a very complicated service now. I mean, it's trillions and trillions. I mean, just in cash alone, the government gives out almost $5 trillion in cash to people who don't have money. That's almost $5 trillion. That's an average of like $57,000 per family every day. And it's not in Google. You don't find them in Google. Maybe, but it's like finding a needle in a haystack if you go to Google. So Google is not the place to look for the free money economy. So you have to give that up. I know it's hard because we've been trained on that, and we're programmed to just look at Google and all that kind of stuff. But everybody there wants to get money from you. You don't have money. And all you're going to do is get there and get pissed off because you can't find anybody that's doing this for free, or you get scammed and you lose more money, or you buy something that you can't afford and you get even worse off. So please, if you don't have money, do not go near Google. It's sort of like an alcoholic. Well, yeah, I'll just go in and sit in this bar. I'm not going to drink, honest. You can't. They're too good. Yeah, Google people and the selling and everything is too good. You're no match to keep out of that. So you have to not do that. Now here in the chat, I gave out three uh, three videos. Go through those videos. If you have debt problems, go through the videos. Don't look at Google. Don't look at anything else. The links here are in the chat, okay? And the first one is how to get a free consultant. You have to start with a free financial consultant first. Don't go to Google. Don't try to find money. Don't try to do anything until you have somebody look at your financial situation and help you decide what is the first step to take. And that you can do for free. And if you're not a member, you could go to this website, findhelp.org. Findhelp.org, okay? And you put in your zip code, and then you put in financial assistance, or actually maybe financial counseling. That's what you want, financial counseling. And you'll find probably 100 or so organizations. Now, one of the best organizations to start with that, and they're all free. See, this is findhelp.org. See, the way to stay out of capitalism is to only go to websites that are .org or .gov, okay? Only go to those websites, because otherwise their people are going to charge you money and you don't have it. And you'll just get frustrated and try to find money and get deeper in debt and never solve your problem, okay? So you can't do that. Please, please don't do that. Go to findhelp.org, put in financial counseling, make an appointment with a counselor there. Also, the other video I have here is knowing your rights when you're in debt. Okay, now one of the debts is if you go to consumerfinance.gov and look for bill collectors, they tell you your rights on bill collectors. See, consumerfinance.gov is a place to go to, and if the bill collectors, anybody you owe money to, doesn't treat you nice, you turn them into that website, consumerfinance.gov, and they'll come out and investigate. They won't charge you. Even if you're wrong, they'll still investigate. So put the fear of God in these people. Okay, so it's important. These are two videos we have there for members. So members, make sure you watch these two videos. The first one is make an appointment with a financial counselor. You must do this first, is part of the title there. And then the next video is know your rights in dealing with debt and free legal help. Okay, it shows you how you're right. You have rights. See, they have rights too, but you have rights too, and they're not going to tell you your rights. That's the problem. So you have to find out what your rights are, and they are public, and you don't have to worry about it. And you could get them to stop calling you, even if you still owe money. You just write them a letter, and they're not supposed to call you at all. You know, so you could stop that stuff if you want. But no, people don't know about that, and they kept being harassed because, see, the people who are calling you get a percentage of what they get out of you. So they're primed in this. Got to fix your microphone. My microphone's wobbly. Why is my phone wobbly? Maybe because I touched something. You can't make out what you're saying. Local library would be a good place to look for it. Yes, I'm looking for farming grants. Okay, Jeffrey. But anybody who's a member, don't forget, we answer your questions all the time. Go up and look at the 500 mini grant report, and there you'll see the Let's Go Meta Grant report, and that's what you want. The Let's Go Meta Grant report. So that's letsgohelp.org. And 500. Oh, that's 50. 500. Okay, that's okay. Here is the link. Oh. It's getting there, I think. Yeah, okay. Here's the link I'm going to give you for the member who's looking for help for farmland. Go here and download the report the Let's Go Meta Grant report, and it'll tell you who to start making appointment with. That's what anytime you want to get money or help, you have to find the local organization. For, oh, good. You have to find the local organization, that helps you start businesses. And it'll be in that Let's Go Meta Grant report. It'll be item number 5 there. It shows you how to find that. But the other thing that you can do right now is called sba.gov/local assistance, sba.gov/local assistance, and put in your zip code and make an appointment with the local counselors that are free. These are mentors that help people like you every day, and they already got paid, so they don't have to pay. You don't have to never pay them. I need funding for my barbecue grill business. Okay, same place, Richard. I just, see that link I just put in? You have to put in your zip code there, and then you have to make an appointment with these counselors. And if one doesn't help you, you do the next one, okay? It's very simple, but it takes work on your part, and it takes perseverance, because maybe they hang up, they're bureaucracies, okay? So you have to learn how to use them. Okay, let's see what we have David. I would like to obtain some home improvement grants, given my home was built in 1992, 30 years since it was built. HUD should understand. Okay, don't think about what HUD should understand. HUD just follows the laws. It's really appreciated. Okay, so you have to find programs that there's a lot of home repair programs. Now, you have to do is start following up on them and contacting the ones. A way to get a good, in Let's Go Help Meta Grant report, we have a section there. Item number 8 is how to find local home repair. But another good place to do is findhelp.org and put in your zip code, and then put in your keyword is home repair. What is your zip code, Richard? What is that? Who wants a home repair? That's not Richard, right? Sorry. Oh, David. Well, what's your zip code? Oh, David. Okay. 85032. Okay, I'm going to do this to show you and show others how you could do this. Find help. Okay. 85032. And if you're a new member, don't forget, look in the beginning of the website and follow the instructions for new members there to get a feel what's going on. Okay, so I got the zip code, then I put in home repair. Okay, now this may not be as easy as you would like it, but this is the best possible way to get free home repair. I'm going to give you this listing here, and there's 237 organizations that are nonprofit or government offices in your zip code that help people with home repair. Now, what you have to do, and could be a pain in the ass. Most good things in life are a pain in the ass. What you have to do is start calling those people. So, you could look at, maybe there's something right on the ticket you could describe, that the description fits you and you call them. But most likely it's not. You have to squeeze it out, because, say, they don't describe it well, you're not sure what that means, the people putting up mean one thing and you mean another thing. The only way to know for sure is by talking to people. So here you have 200 and some people, that's all they do is help people with home repair. Now, if you go, let's see, in Google, and if you put home repair grants, okay, let's see what we got. Home repair grants. Okay. And then on tools, okay, there's 111 million, okay? 111, okay? I mean, and you won't be able to tell a good one from a bad one or whatever, even if you, it's just going to be a waste of your time. But I'm biased. I mean, you want to do it, God bless you, go do it. I don't know how it could possibly do it. But here you have 227, I said, organizations. That's all they do is help people with money and help to fix up your house. And none of them will charge you money. See, every program, every office, every link we give you will never charge you money. Now, I've been collecting some other data I want to pass on with you today, is why people are having trouble, with inflation and all this kind of stuff. It's deeper than that. What's going on in our society, the basic, I think, and everybody has other opinions, I'm sure, but I think we're just at the end of our era of being number one in the world. I mean, us being number one is over, and it's been slowly coming, and who's getting really hurt are the bottom 90% of our society. Now, here's what I see. We have a society that's growing, okay? I have a business that acts as a think tank. We're a quasi-nonprofit, high-level intelligence. David, what did you ask for? One company in particular. Nonprofit, and our high-level intelligence is market-driven, value-added. For example, Elon Musk located, yes, that's true. He left San Francisco, yes. I'm a commercial banker. I was a commercial banker, put companies into bankruptcy. One company in particular, X-Design Technologies, one of the oldest car battery manufacturers, okay. We're over 100 years. I put them in Chapter 11, and they're practically winded down all assets but the name of purchase. I was explaining this to people 5 years ago, that Tesla and Volvo approach to designing both cars and batteries in the history has shown you can't do both one or the other. I wanted to recommend a R&D office in Arizona and Alaska develop the most weather. The Department of Energy crowded out the market because they not spreading the money around. Do you have a question, David? I mean, it sounds like interesting stuff you're doing, but I don't know what your question. I would have leapfrog. I think I answered a question that you were looking for sources. What we do is show you sources of help, potential sources of help. I'm not sure what you, I gave you, was that for the home repair? Yeah, I put in the home repair, yeah. Okay, that was for home repair, yeah. Okay, with leapfrog. Okay, so answer the home repair. If you want to do the business stuff, then make an appointment with the counselors locally. I mean, they'd love to talk to you. All they want to do is start, businesses that create jobs, and they'll help you do that, and don't cost you anything. So to find the local offices, actually the best place, because you have bigger projects, eda.gov. Go to eda.gov and put in your zip code. Let me give you the link for that for your state office. You have to find the state economic development offices, eda.gov. Okay. Research and tools, economic development directory, that's you want. Okay, here is where, if you want to start a big project like that, then, or need help doing that, then here's where you go to eda.gov, but here's where to find out your local offices. This is a directory for all the offices in Texas, okay? And you start calling, making appointments with them. Okay, let me tell you about facts about people and debt. I mean, there's more than happening. That's why people are angry, and that's why they vote the way they do, because this is the main thing I think that's causing problems in most of our lives, is that in the last 40 years, since about 1980 to today, 90%, this is the line on the bottom, is the wages for the bottom 90%. Okay, so this is the wage growth for 40 years from the bottom 90%. It went nowhere. It grew 33%. So wages for 90% of us grew an average of 30% in the last 40 years. Wages in the top 10% grew an average of 171%. Okay, so you have the country's growing, but 90% of it isn't growing as fast as the country. So that's it. Now, there's other things. So wages went up, I say 30% in the last 40 years. Prices went up almost 300%. So you have wages for 90% of the people went up, 30%. Prices, consumer price index, the prices of stuff went up 300%. So how do you make that happen, right? So that's why people are not growing the way the economy's going, and that's it. And then you have, not only are prices going up 300% in 50 years, debt has spiraled up incredibly high, 2,500%, 2,000, almost 500% increase in personal debt. So you have personal debt increasing by almost 2,500%. You have prices increasing 300%, but wages only increasing 30% for 90% of us. So that's a trap, right? That's what's happening. So that's why people are just looking for anything different than what's going on now, because what's going on now, 90% of the people are getting the short end of the stick. That's what I see anyway. They'll take a lien on my house that I don't own at home, but that's what I propose, a loan that has to be paid and then securitized. Now, I'm not sure what you're talking about, David. I don't have enough advice just to find out. The only thing we can do is show you people that will help you with that problem. Okay, if you need financing to do the battery and car thing, okay, I can't help you with that. I don't know anything about it. I know sources that do that. So if you go to eda.gov and the link I have there, there's a development directory. Now the development directory will show you for Texas, and Texas will have 20 to 30 organizations that will want to talk to you about the project. So you have to talk to them about it, okay? And that's what's important, because the details of all this is above my pay grade, okay? I'm new here and I'm looking to get a van for my cleaning service, one for my daycare, but I need funding. Where do I look for funding? Okay, Latasha, remember when you lived through this cycle in the late 70s and 80s, when, yes, the cost of pricing goods and services are really not relevant today because you can't compare the quality of goods. Well, no, I mean, there's nothing perfect. You're right, David. Okay, Latasha, what you do is you want to make an appointment, okay? Particularly if you're daycare, there's a lot of help for daycare because we need that so much in this country. You want to call, go on SBA.gov/ and then local assistance. Okay. Okay, now there, when you put in your zip code there, then you'll find a half a dozen organizations, nonprofits, that help people like you find funding for your business or help. But you don't call and ask for money, you call and ask for help. That's the key. You're looking for help because there may be other ways or whatever that you and I would not know of. But these people are experts at that, to give you help to grow your business. And that's all they do. They do this every day. They talk to people like you all the time to do that. Now, maybe the one won't be good for you, so you call another one. I mean, you could have a half a dozen of those and even more. So you have to keep calling and talking to people. Another way to get free information like this is Oh, okay, good. Yeah, because it takes work, and it's a people business. It's not trying to find an application and fill in the blanks. It's trying to find people to talk to that may or may not help you, and if they can't, then you ask them, where else can I go to get possible help? Okay, and that's important. There's nothing here for rent assistance. I'm homeless on it. Sharon, I don't know for that. What is your zip code? I mean, there's more than one rent program in every area. So if you checked for like the national rent programs, you know, they're gone most places. Okay, Sharon, your zip code is 44203. Okie doke. Now what I'm doing, Sharon, is going to findhelp.org. Okay. And it's 44203. Okay, now, so you are, and then I'm gonna put the word rent. Okay, now I have 65 organizations, West Akron, so you're in Akron, Ohio. Okay, there's 65 organizations that say they help people with rent. They may help you, they may not, but now at least you know there's 65 organizations that help people with rent. The way you do research is you start calling every one. I mean, there's no shortcut to this. I mean, maybe you could read the details of what they have, and that will be, you know, be obvious, but it probably won't be. So when it's not obvious, I mean, you could click the semi-obvious first ones and try those first, but otherwise, you may have to make 70 calls, you know, and that's the only way to get things, or to make sure you found every possibility, is to talk to as many people in your area whose job it is to help people with rent, because they're going to know about things that are not in the computer. They're going to know things about everything, and that's important to know. Okay, but I found only two. Oh, the link there. Oh, there's the link. Yeah, 72. Okay. Now, okay, a fellow here has a. Okay, I'm looking for financial assistance to address two McKee calls. I am a single renter and do not meet many of the special grants. Find help does not have options that fit. I do regularly apply for Let's Go Grant. Okay, debt consolidation. Okay, debt. Business start, launching some business ideas, need funding for initial costs, marketing, a few months of living expenses. Okay, are there grants or low interest loans and other resources available, and debt relief and new businesses, ventures in one package? No, nothing's going to be in one package for your kinds of things. You have to take piece by piece. I mean, you know, I guess if you found a $30,000 to solve your problem, that would be good. I think that's probably not the way to do it. You have to take this piece at a time, because there are a lot of people that are specialize in those pieces, not in everything to give you a lot of money to solve all your problems. It doesn't work that way. You got to pick it apart and find the help for pieces. And the first piece you want to do is to make an appointment with the financial counselor. And here's a video on how to do all of that, okay? Okay. Okay, so make an appointment with a financial counselor. Okay, here's that. Okay, and the same thing for your business idea. See, what most of us, at least I do, you sit there and you think, oh, I want to start this business and here's what I need. You can't do it that way. You have to find out what's out there that you could possibly use to help you, you know, because there's, you know, thousands of things out there, and it's not set up the way you would like it. So you have to find out how this is set up out there. and for starting businesses and how you could use what is set up out there. You don't try to find something out there that you would like to be out there. You have to go out there first and see what's out there and how to use them. And the best way to do that is talking to people. So you go to people and talk to them that help you starting a business, okay? No, I'm not doing a 1099 on the 500s. They start at 600. Okay, now Teresa has things here for Ohio for more on rents, right? Oh, that's nice, Teresa, thank you. Okay, let's see, oh, and let's see, you had, oh yeah, all the things. Okay, so business. So first thing you do, you call the financial counselor for that. The next thing you do is start talking to business counselors, okay, to help you start a business and help you think through the options and the alternatives that are available to help you start a business. There's lots of, I mean, you could go to Google and go around in circles forever and never find anything. And I'm sure if you tried it already, you know that you're not going to get that. You have to learn what is out there and how to use what is out there to meet your goals too. And that's what happens. That's what negotiation is all about. You have to see society out there and how to take advantage of what's out there to meet what your criteria and your success rate is, and not have the success rate just be, I need a lot of money. You know, no, because it'll be different ways to do things. You have to start learning how to put the pieces together. So for starting a business, you go here, sba.gov/local assistance. Okay, so sba.gov/local assistance. So if you want to start a business, that's what to do first, because you have to start learning the landscape out there and how best that you could use it. You talk to a dozen people if it's necessary to find out everything that's out there. Looking for money to buy a home, homestead farm in Central Florida. Okay, let me get you. Here are 7 organizations in every city that helps people buy houses when they don't have a lot of money, okay? Actually, there's probably 8 or 9 of them. But what you have to do is call as many as possible, okay? They're not going to come to you. You're not going to find them in Google. You have to do the legwork and the calling and making appointments to talk to people. It's the only way you get the job done. If it was easy, you wouldn't be here. You would have had it already, right? But this is the universe that's out there. It's very possible, but you have to learn the system. You can't learn it the way you like the system to be, because the system isn't the way you want it to be. You have to learn what the system is and how to best use it for you. So I'm trying to find those 7, I'm in heaven. So, okay, come on, where are you? Gosh, I'm gonna do it another way. Why don't I get that? Switch account. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm getting you the links, and okay, view my account. Okay, here's a step-by-step instructions to call the top 9 sources in your area that will help you buy a house. And that it's important that you realize you have to call people, you have to meet with them, you have to go over the problems with them so they understand you and understand what may be best for you to help guide you where to go. Is there grant I secure to pay back my IRS debts? There is free help with IRS, okay? You don't have to pay all your back taxes. It depends, but you can negotiate with them, and it's called offer in compromise. Let me show you that. Now where did that go? Where did you put that? Come on. Come on, let's go. Where did you put that? No, that's me here. Okay, probably over here. Okay. Okay, here's a report, a video and all the links for how to get your taxes forgiven, fines forgiven, child support forgiven, property tax forgiven, all these, okay? So here, and the links are in here in the video, in the description of the video, to get things forgiven, okay? Let's see, I'm looking for a grant to buy a home and have funds left over. Okay, I think I may have just given that, yeah, I just put that link up there. Okay, yeah, okay, here's the link of the 9 organizations that help you find the money and help you need to buy a house if you don't have a lot of money. Yes, offer and compromise, that's it. And the video describes that, okay? And how to make an appointment. You don't need an attorney or a lawyer and all that kind of stuff, no. Government pays to throw a party. Yes, that's a video. I have the link wherever I said that. I forget where that was. But yes, they can, because actually what they're doing in cities, this is your local government that does this, because they want to attract people and have parties, particularly in the summer times, that brings people out. And that was a grant for $10,000. I forget the city it is, but most cities had something like that. You want to run a festival, a little get together or whatever, that, a street party or whatever, to do that. Do you help in gaining grants and grant writing? You don't need a grant writer until you see a grant. Don't worry about grant writing, okay? The grants, 90% of grants that you'll find that are for you are really just 2 or 3 pages, fill in the blanks. You'll never, you almost never need a grant writer. If you do, you ask the people giving out the money, because they help you write the grants, but people don't know that. Also, there's a lot of free grant writers. If you go into findhelp.org and put in your zip code 20009, and then you put in applications. Okay, just to show you that there are a lot of free help with applications. Okay, in my zip code, when I go to findhelp.org, I get 561 organizations that get free help with applications. Do not go to Google. See, that's the problem with Google. If you don't, Google is great if you have money. If you don't have money, you cannot use Google. Okay, you're just gonna, run yourself ragged because you can't find anybody who won't charge you, because that's what Google is about. But as I keep showing this slide here, 40% of our economy gives money for free. 60% gives nothing for free, wants to get money from you. That's capitalism. But we have the free money economy in this country also. It's smaller than capitalism, but it is. I mean, just think of your fire trucks. You call the fireman and he comes and saves your property, right? For free. Doesn't ask you for the credit card first. Okay, that's what capitalism does. Google will ask you for your credit card before they help you. When the free money economy does not. And that's why there's free money for everything. Buying a house, starting a business, getting out of debt, getting an education, paying your bills. That's part of the society too. For some reason, I don't know why. I guess I know why, but who knows why? Because these programs have been there for thousands of years, not thousands, hundreds, and that give you money to solve problems like that. But because they're part of the free money society, they don't advertise, so you don't find them in Google, and that's what. And people are struggling now. Why? Oh, the graphs I showed you, because wages are going nowhere. Wages for 40 years are practically flat for 90% of us. 90%. It's only the top 10%. That's why we're becoming an oligopoly, whatever that word is. Hopalong Cassidy or something like that. Showing my age. But wages are going nowhere, but unless you're rich. So the top 10% are doing well. Now our country is growing, certainly not as fast. And that's the problem, I think. And we have more poor people in this country than any other developed country. So when you live in a country where the percentage of poor is larger than any other developed country, sure, I mean, Africa and all these countries, but no, we're also, our day in the sunlight seems to be over. I mean, that's what's happening. This is why everybody's frustrated. It's not going like it was back in the old days, whenever that was. And we're not as powerful. Look, we've lost every war we've been in, right? Since Vietnam. I was in that one. We lost that one. And every war since. And it looks like we're going to lose 2 more. And we can't get out of our head that we ain't what we used to be. And we're not taking care of people. Why? Because, well, they're getting a smaller piece of the pie that's left. So the piece of the pie that's left is getting smaller and smaller for 90% of us, And that's why, and both parties are culpable for this. If I can, show me how, please. My zip code. I need help to find a free grant writer. Okay, here, let me get that for you. But David, do you have a grant application yet? David, for a grant writer? David, CCC? Do you see a grant application yet? Not yet. Well, see, that's right. To me, 90% of the grant application, that's the hard part. Hard part is finding the right application. Don't get a grant writer because that's a waste of time. You haven't seen the application. It's sort of like getting a prom dress. I am currently reading through many. I see. So you have applications you're looking at, and that looks different. What is it for, David? What kind of thing you're trying to do? Is it for a nonprofit? Is it for a business? Is it for a community? What are you trying to do for it? Colleen, happy Sunday. What are you trying to do it for? Aren't the applications easy enough to do? Yes, they usually are, Susan, but some aren't, but it's a real outlier if that's it. I'm trying to find out, David, because you can get help first. Tell me what kind of organization you're trying to build or start or whatever, because I could find you other consultants now for free to help you choose the applications. Okay. Nonprofit medical software company, okay? So it's a business, okay? So here's what you want. You want to get a mentor now to help you find the applications, help you fill them out and everything. See, that's different than just a grant writer, okay? Now here's where you do that. You want to go to what is your zip code? Give me your zip code, David. Oh, I see, 11717. Okay, I see it. Okay, let me do some research for you here. Okay, sba.gov/local assistance. Okay, sba.gov/local assistance. I go down the middle of the page, put in David's zip code 11717. I put in 50 miles. Okay. Ooh, okay. Whoa. Oh, you're up in New York somewhere. Okay. Here are 42 nonprofit organizations, David, that will help you find that money, okay, and help you with the applications and everything else you need, okay? Here's the link, and that's from the website called sba.gov/local-assistance. sba.gov/local-assistance. Okay. So you look at and you start calling. You call 1, call 2, call 3, call 4, whatever it is. Hey, it's pretty glitzy on my end too. What is the best grant to fill out for buying a house? Angela, I think I just sent you that video of the 7 organizations that help you buy a house. Do you see that? You want to talk to those consultants first, okay? Here it is, and in the video here, in the description in the video, are all the links locally to call for help, okay? Here it is for housing. Okay. Matthew, you're breaking up in a little glitch, but it's fine. I'm a greenhouse because we are in a food desert. No, there's a lot of money for that kind of stuff. You gotta kick around. You want to do Colleen? I mean, get up to $50,000 the food area. We can get up to $15,000, and chances are looking good. And thank you so much. And my electric bill paid, and I just got my light. Oh, Colleen, wonderful. So can I help you more, Colleen, somehow? That's great. How much was the electric bill? Can you tell me? Because people want to know that kind of thing. That's great. A little good. Angela, what is the best grant to fill out for buying a house? Okay, Angela, you have that. I just sent you that link. 400, oh, wonderful, 400, wonderful. See, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, people still think I'm a scammer or whatever. It doesn't bother me, but I know they could get help. See, that's what bothers me. Thank you. So I must speak for the SBA people. Well, they're not from the SBA. It's a database at the SBA that has all these other nonprofits that are free consultants. They're nonprofit organizations that help people start businesses, help and teach the process to me. Yes, that's right, David. That's about it. But none of them work for the SBA. That's just a great database they have. And there's more than that than I gave you. So that's enough to start. And they would know. Okay, Leap, great. Okay. Yeah. No, there's a whole, actually, if you go to find help and put in utilities, you'll find 100 local organizations that give grants to help you pay utilities. I mean, it's crazy. Everybody thinks that, come on, aren't the applications enough? Yes, Susan, yes. Yeah, and that's why people, and you may not even know, you have to talk to people doing this. I mean, we're our own worst enemy because we really don't know what's out there and how it's out there and whatever. We have little pieces of information and it doesn't. I'm 86 this year with long COVID, need help getting my mortgage caught up as well as my property taxes back to good standing. My income is short, making monthly bills, so I need a boost. Okay, sounds like all those things. Well, I'm 81, going to be 82 in a couple months. But here, Carrie, hi, Megan. Carter, yeah, you asked about Carter. Sorry, I didn't get you yet. Yeah, he may be able to help. I'll give you his email. I mean, he's a separate entity. You know, he's like you. He does what he wants, and see if he can help you. I don't know. I'm not sure what you need help with. Certainly marketing, but he's sort of a direct mail guy, and You have to have the mail. I mean, it's a complicated process for that. I mean, what I would do, tell you the truth, uh, is talk to the counselors that on SBA.gov, / local assistance, those counselors to help plan a marketing strategy for you, and that's what I would do, to help somebody think through that for you. Marketing, you help, yes, but you have to think through the best way to do that. The direct mail may or may not be the thing. There may be other easier ways to do that. It's not just because direct mail is marketing and you want them to do marketing. There's 1,000 ways to do marketing, and that and a process like yours is a little nichey, so it's not, you're not selling, potato chips or something exactly out there. Here, don't use the internet. So that's why it is, and then if it isn't mail, I mean, that's really expensive. And I'm sure there's other ways to do that. We'll be out there, don't use the internet. I don't know that ekccf.org. But, did you go to SBA.gov/local assistance and put in your zip code and see if there's a bunch of organizations? And even they could be far out. I mean, you put in 100 miles and see what's there, okay? And to sit down with somebody to think through a strategy that makes sense for your product, for your possible customers, and for your budgets, and they're all free. So that's why I would call, because you start hiring customers or consultants like Carter, he's going to have to charge you. We're all stuck. Are there grants to help with down payment on a house property? Richard, I just put a video, maybe it's still in here, all the places to, but I still would think through the campaign first before you start hiring anybody to help you do that, because you don't want to waste that money on somebody if you haven't thought through the campaign yourself. And that's why if you get the free consultants, what did I do here? Let me get this for the lady. And okay, here it is, yeah. Okay, for housing, buying a house. Here is the link to the video and the links to start calling the 10 local places to do that. Okay, Megan, what's your zip code out there? Are you talking to me, Teresa? Joseph, here, I still need help with a password of Mighty Network. Oh, I see. Oh, you're trying to help Joseph. I see, okay. Yeah, because there's a link and you don't need well, if a client, who's that client? Is that us, Teresa? I'm confused here. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, that's LegalZoom or something. I don't know what it is. No, that's not us. That link is not us, whatever that is. Teresa, I mean, that link is not Let's Go Help. I don't know what that is. What is this client regarding login page, the signed service? Let me know if I can assist you, client. What is this, Teresa? I don't understand. Not sure what that is, Teresa. Okay, Megan, you want to give me your zip code? Yeah, you want to call the counselors at Richard. What were you after? Uh, Teresa, Megan P. mentioned it. I say okay. Okay, 93516. 93516. Okay. Okay. Okay, Megan, here is a link to a whole bunch of free consultants. And what I do is try to call and talk to them to go over your idea about marketing and how to do this. Because otherwise, see, none of these will charge you money. And you want to get with the free people to think it through first before people have to charge you. Because that's sort of like the groundwork. And they'd have to do that, and they're going to charge you a lot of money to do that. And this way, you get that groundwork done for free. And then if you have to charge them, may not have to, they may be able to do the whole thing for you without spending any money. I mean, I guess you want to spend money, but you'll stay in business longer if you don't. Okay. Do you think the Washington Commanders are going to beat Philadelphia? No idea, Joseph. I see they're hot now, though. That's what I get in the headlines. Richard, what were you looking for? Richard, any research funding? Yes, what do you need money for, Richard? Richard, 606. Where is that? Is that Chicago? What do you need money for, Richard? Tell me, baby. Chicago. What do you need help with, Richard? Oh, they're playing now. I see. For inventory, so your business, okay? So here, if you need help for your business, you make an appointment, like I just told Megan, okay? And you go to SBA, sba.gov/local-assistant. Okay, you want to go there, put in your zip code, okay? Okay. Where are you, in Florida? Northeast Florida, okay. Okay. Let me get your local office here. Okay, here's a state-by-state listing of state offices of energy. Okay, so you want to call the State Office of Energy for Florida. Okay. So you want to call the State Office of Energy in Florida for home repair. Okay, for repair, because a lot of programs there, if you're getting help for that, And you also want to, let's see. RUI Energy. Here's another database of energy stuff. Let's see, okay. Okay, another of energy programs. Yeah, Colleen, or find another one. Colleen, I don't know where, uh, uh, what happened or if that, but go to sba.gov/local assistance. I put it up there. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's the one. Who was in Florida? You wanted to need home repair in Florida. So that's another. That's another source of that. And then also your state Office of Energy. And I gave you a link, the state by state listing. So to call your state Office on Energy, because they're putting up new programs all the time, and the Biden program is doing that. I think 504 is small, but yes, the 504, the agriculture. So that's your outside, in a small area would be good. Let me get my. Been here a long time. I gotta make sure my battery doesn't go out. Sorry. We're looking here. Bank rate. And then because you're a business or a nonprofit, to start a business, to upgrade your business, call your local counselors for business, and they're free. These are free counselors. And I keep giving this one out, sba.gov/local-assistance. And Colleen too, maybe, okay, look at that again, or go there. In other words, sometimes if you call the SBA directly, you don't get these people. So that's why this is a database that's run by the SBA, but they're not SBA people that help you. See, these are nonprofit organizations that are there to help people start or expand any kind of business. So you want to talk to them. I'm in Alaska. I have assisted living home. The house where I operate my business froze last week. Are there any grants? Yes, Leah, I would start a couple things. If you have assisted living home, that means people living there. You want to, go to find help and put in, home repair after your zip code, okay? That's what I do, definitely. Bring my business froze, okay. Then now you want to call your senator's office. You have 2 senators and congressmen. And you'll find their address and everything is, what the hell is it? I forget so much stuff. It's terrible. What do I want? Common Cause. That's it. Get out of here. Okay. And you go to commonCause.org and put Find My Representative. Okay. And you want to put Find My Representative there. And everybody here now, make sure you download the Let's Go Meta Grant Report, okay? And you want to make sure you download that. College scholarship for two. Yes, and in the Let's Go Metagrant report, we have all these answers, because you're not the first one with an answer. And for college, let me get the Metagrant report for you. So you have that. Okay. Okay, here it is. Okay, everybody who's online now, okay, make sure you download this report. This is my cheat sheet for answers. This is what I do. So you could look in here and go down the numbers and you'll see one for college. And that's who you contact, okay? And there's just like a handful of sources there that will help you. I should go about pitching a safety device for car manufacturers. How should I? Well, you should get help to do that. Somebody on YouTube asking about pitching a safety device manufacturers. I mean, that's a good idea. And if you go to get mentors to help you do that, free mentors. Don't go to Google. If you go to Google, you're going to get people that are going to charge you money. Everybody I give you will never charge you money. So you want to go to sba.gov. See, everybody who does things for free are either .gov or .org. So you want to go to sba.gov and then / local-assistance. Local-assistance after. So after .gov, put / and then local-assistance. And you put in your zip code and then you call. You have to call people. You call people nonprofits that help you do what you want to do. And that's the whole process is about. It's not about going out on the internet and filling out an application. It's about finding the local nonprofit organizations and government offices that already get money to help you do this, okay? And we provide information for surplus. Yes, we got to look at the Metagrant report. We have a free report on all the surplus property programs. I mean, there's a shitload. And so we have all in that report. Let me see, get here. Okay. Okay, here it is. Here's the report on surplus property, okay? And also in there is the unclaimed property in there, because there's about 19 government offices that are sitting on funding that you didn't claim. And so that's, and again, it's a numbers game. You have to go through the list and call everybody on the list, okay? And that's the way you get help in America nowadays. You don't go on the internet. You have to call people and ask for help. And because they work for nonprofits or government agencies, they're there to help you. This is our economy that you don't know that is available. 40% of everybody in America is there to help you. We don't know about them. We know about the Google because they want money. So they're going to tell you about them because they can get money from you. The people who do the same thing for free don't tell you because they don't have money to tell you. So that's what you have to do. Once I started picking up the phone and calling people, then I started seeing results. Right, Colleen. Why don't you help us, Colleen? Please. Yeah, that's what it's all about. How do we get people to why don't you call, get a hold of Misty and see you become a navigator. So you kick people in the pants a little bit about doing this, because that's what it takes. A clown like me, I think you're more effective to help people do this than I am, because I've been doing this 50 years and I dress like a stupid man. Everybody thinks that I can't be like that. You don't have to be like me. You be like Colleen. And that's what you want. You want to be like Colleen. I want to grow up to be like Colleen. And pick up the phone and call. Yes. Um, uh, uh, Colleen, send me a note, okay? Uh, how do we help me? How do we get people to pick up the phone, huh? Colleen, there's my email. Yeah, shout out to me. Okay, guys, I want to stay married and have to help fix dinner. We have people coming over, okay? So I'll see you tonight. If you're a new member, thank you so much. And don't forget, 5 days you get for free. Then after that, we're going to charge you $5. For people want to join our community, you want to do that at letsgohelp.com. It's now $20. You missed the dollar offer. And that's important. Great. Thank you, everybody, for helping me. I've having the best time of my life at this age. I keep telling people, if I knew 81 was going to be this much fun, I would have got here a lot sooner. What took me so long to get here? Love you all, and thank you for helping me in my life.